Welcome back to the channel, boys. Fabloonsy's coming at you next with another Destiny 2 video, and I kind of wanted to talk about my loadout for the Nightfall this week, because this week, right now, the Nightfall is dropping double the rewards, so I'm getting tons of Ascendant Shards, tons of Enhancement Prisms, and not to mention all the exotics I'm getting. Like, let me see right here. I got this roll on my Gmax Stabilizers, which is pretty good. I got this 67 roll. I got the 61 roll, and there's some more I put in my vault already. Oh, I got this one too. So I'm getting tons of exotics, tons of masterworking material, and I kind of want to talk about what I'm running for this Nightfall. So for my subclass of choice, I'm rocking Attunement of Chaos, which is the one that makes your Nova Bomb move extremely slow. Although it moves slow, it actually does a pretty good amount of damage, so taking down those champions makes it really easy. Plus I'm rocking Izanagi's, which is a monster. You guys already know how good Izanagi's is. Another perk of this subclass is the ability to overcharge your grenades, making them more effective. So I like this one. I'm pairing it with the scatter grenade. There's a lot of times where there is a taken thrall or all grouped together, and it makes it easy to clear them out without having to waste too much time and use too many resources. So I'm a big fan of this subclass for some of the harder content. Now, like I said, I'm also rocking Izanagi's. Mine is Masterwork, so I get that extra damage when I use 4 of the bullets for Honed Edge. I'm also rocking a Solar Pulse Rifle. Mine happens to be Outlast. I got Feeding Frenzy Kill Clip, and I'm running Falling Guillotine for the boss, so that way we can just chunk them down immediately. Now this weapon, you guys already know how good it is. I have Relentless Strikes and Whirlwind Blade on mine, so it's a pretty good roll. Now for the actual stats on my armor, I have 50 mobility, which that's an accident. Honestly, would have liked to have these points honestly in intellect or something, but whatever. I guess I have 50 mobility. I have 17 resilience, which is whatever. I have 57 recovery. I would like to take some of these mobility points and put them in recovery, but the way my armor is rolled, it's just what I have. This is very useful because it's the one that governs how fast your rift ability comes back. I have 100 discipline. Now, like I said, being able to throw my grenade a lot is very useful. Plus I have the energy converter mod on my armor, so being able to pop that as much as possible is what I want to do. So that's why I have 100 discipline. Now I have 16 intellect. Now although this is very low intellect, the energy converter mod allows me to get around this. Now again, I would have liked to taken some of these mobility points and put them into intellect, but you know, it's just the way my armor is rolled, so I'll take it. And I have 42 strength. So one of the ways I'm able to get around having such low intellect is because of this exotic helmet right here, Skull of Dire Ahamkara. The perk on it is actual grandeur. Jesus Christ, grandeur. Provides additional damage resistance during Nova Bomb. Nova Bomb kills grants super energy. So pairing this with energy converter, as long as I throw this and immediately throw my grenade, I'm gonna get like just about 50% of my super back. So again, having 16 intellect, this is one of the ways I'm able to get around that. I'm also rocking a strength mod, and I'm rocking sniper rifle ammo finder because I'm rocking Izanagi's. Izanagi's is perfect for dealing with champions. It just does so much damage, so you guys need to have Izanagi's paired with sniper rifle ammo finder. On my arms, I have a discipline mod. I have enhanced pulse rifle loader because I'm running Outlast, and then I'm running taking charge, become charged with light every time I pick up an orb of light. All my weapons I'm using for this Nightfall are masterworked, so it just makes sense for me to use this. By the way, I'm also running a 1080 Nightfall. So this is the master difficulty, so I can get, you know, the most rewards possible. Of course, there's also grandmaster, but I'm not high enough level to do that yet, so master is the highest I can do. On my chest piece, I'm rocking a discipline mod as well. I have counter charge and shield break charge. So this goes hand in hand with becoming charged with light as much as possible. You know, whenever any of the champions get staggered or disrupted or anything, I become charged with light. And anytime a shield breaks that is matching the weapon I am using, I also get charged with light. It's just making me have, you know, the most amount of stacks as possible. So I really like this combination here. Now on my legs, I'm running again a discipline mod. I'm running double enhanced sword scavenger because I'm not using sword ammo finder. This is what I have to do because having the sword readily available is very useful for, again, dealing with champions, and for that boss phase at the end, just being able to completely burst him down is very powerful. Now I'm also running supercharge as well, so that way I can have a maximum of 4 stacks of charge with light. This goes perfectly with running energy converter. Now again, I could have had this one on, maybe I'll put it on, I don't know. I wasn't trying to use too many resources. I'm trying to stack them up for Beyond Light. So if you're able to also have this mod on another armor piece, I recommend it, so that we can have 5, so that we can get the most out of energy converter. And for my warlock bond, I have a discipline mod as well. I'm running remote connection because I'm using Izanagi's, and there's a couple of times where I like to pull out Izanagi's, not use it in the honed edge mode it's in. I like to just use it as a regular sniper. So this is why also, you know, just so happens sometimes I do get the kill on the champion or whatever I'm using it on. So it's nice to have that on. And then here, right here, energy converter, you guys already know what this does, but every time you use your grenade, if you are under 50% super, you get super energy up to a maximum of 50%, and then the other half you have to get yourself or by picking up orbs or whatever it is. So pairing this with Skull of Dying Ahamkara pretty much guarantees that even if I don't get that many kills with the Nova Bomb, if I just use it to chunk down a champion or the boss at the end, I can still use it, still get a pretty decent amount of super energy. Again, maybe it's not optimal or the meta like some people think it is, but just being able to always have 50% of your super energy is pretty useful. I really like it, so you guys definitely got to try it out. So I actually tried a couple of iterations of this build. I tried one where I was using Wither Horde and I was using a hand cannon. That one wasn't too good. I tried a few other ones. I think I tried one while I was using Prospector, and I realized that there was no arc. There's like 2 arc shields. Honestly, you're better off running mostly a solar and void weapons. But this one right here that I'm using in this gameplay, and the one that I explained to you with Izanagi's Outlast and my sword paired with this subclass. I always tried it with this subclass though. I actually used Viridi's Brow for a little bit, but this subclass and this build I have right now with this loadout was the best one because Izanagi's is just so good. It's so valuable to have in these harder content because you're able just to delete or chunk down these champions and these bosses and stuff, and you can do so from such a safe distance that it's almost like you just need to have it. Like, it is so good. It's almost like, nah, actually I wouldn't compare it to Gallahorn from D1 because Gallahorn was like on another level. There was no raid teams that wanted you, that would accept you if you didn't have it. But Izanagi's is very useful. Same thing with Divinity. Now I had a couple of teammates that did use Divinity for this, so I highly recommend running Divinity. It just debuffs the enemy. That paired with Izanagi's is just extremely powerful. And then if you have like a Celestial Nighthawk Hunter or a Tether or something like that, well, Radiance and whatnot, it's very, very powerful. Now I had a lot of success using the slow moving Nova Bomb. The ability to be able to pop that as much as I did because of Skull of Dying Ahamkara, which is very valuable for my team and for, you know, pushing along the pace of the Nightfall just to get the, even though getting 100 points, 100,000 points is pretty easy on the master difficulty, you're still just trying to do it as fast as possible just because you just want to, you know, keep farming. This is only available for 1 week to get these double rewards. I was able to push my time down to like, I think the fastest I got it was 14 minutes, which is pretty fast for a Nightfall, honestly. You know, we were just flying through that using, I think there was one time where we had 2 Izanagi's and 1 Divinity, so it was just like perfect, you know. A lot of people will like say that you have to run Well of Radiance, you have to run this and that, when honestly you can just run whatever you want, you know. Maybe in Grandmaster's a little different, but this is Master gameplay you're seeing, and we're doing just fine, you know. I'm running Nova Bomb, and this guy, I don't know if he was running Well of Radiance, but still, it's very powerful. No matter what you pick, it's very powerful. As long as you have the right champion mods and at least some kind of weapon to do damage from a distance, like an Izanagi's, a Divinity, or a very powerful linear fusion, you're gonna do just fine. So I've been having a lot of fun in this Nightfall. Hopefully you guys will too. I know it's a bit harder content, but definitely try it out. Just find an LFG team, you know, even if you just talk on the text chat, which is what I've been doing. You don't have to go on voice comms because this is probably one of the easier Nightfalls in the game. So there's nothing really to coordinate. Maybe if you're doing GM, it's a little bit different, but I highly recommend doing this. Get those double rewards, get those Ascendant Shards, get those Prisms, and have fun. But if you guys like this content, please like, subscribe, and share. It truly helps me out a lot. You can also check out my other videos. Links are in the description below. I have a lot of crazy builds in there, some fun matches, so go ahead and check that out. And you might as well follow my social media. I have a Twitter and an Instagram, both at @fat_balloonskis. But with all that being said, deuces.